Hello everyone, my name is Colin, and yes, I did get new glasses. I'm not sure which ones I like better, these or my old ones, but hey, if you want to see my old glasses again, they're gonna be in my Super Mario World review, which should come out after this video. I'm not sure when, but soon. Anyways, so today marks well, the kind of 1 year anniversary of Nintendo Switch Online, because it was September 18th, 2018. This is the 19th, well, at least the day I'm recording this it is. And I wanted to do another video that was just talking about the NES and SNES games, because right when the 1 year anniversary of Nintendo Switch Online came out, they started doing SNES games, which was pretty cool. But I'm not really big on the SNES. There are some great games on it, but I much prefer the Sega Genesis, honestly. But hey, I like both the NES and Super Nintendo, so I was excited to have both. But today we're going to be discussing each month, and this time it wasn't like a monthly thing. They didn't do it like each and every month. I don't think fortnightly is the term. Some term. I'm just gonna say monthly. Is how they used to do it from September to August, from 2018 to 2019. That's how they did it. But with the SNES introduction, they kind of stopped that entirely, and now it's just kind of whatever. So this video isn't going to be as long as the other one. But in December the 12th, 2019, for the NES, we're going to start with NES games and then move on to Super Nintendo. We got Chrysalis and Journey to Silas. Now, I've barely played any of them. I believe it's Journey to Silas. That has some really good music, and I think Chrysalis does as well. I haven't played much of either of them, but they are cool, underrated NES titles. But there were two ones that were exclusive to Japan, those being Famicom Wars and Route 16 Turbo. I don't know anything about Route 16 Turbo, but Famicom Wars was the first game in the Wars series, which wouldn't make its way to the West until Advance Wars on the Game Boy Advance. But then there wasn't another one for quite a while until February 19th, 2020, where we got Eliminator Boat Duel and Shadow of the Ninja. I didn't know anything about Shadow of the Ninja. From what I've played, which is not much, it's a pretty good game, I think. It seems like an alright game. I'd rather play Ninja Gaiden though. But Eliminator Boat Duel, I know of that because it was on the Angry Video Game Nerd box art rant thing that he did for like a month. I haven't actually played much of the game itself. I don't know if I've played it at all, but interesting inclusion. And another Japan exclusive, what was Atlantis no Nazo, which I know nothing about. But on April 20th, Japan had its own little thing. It was a Fire Emblem sort of thing. There was Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light Special, and Special 2 was released on that day, only in Japan. Which, I mean, I think it'd be cool if they released some like Fire Emblem stuff here in the Western one, because like the only time Fire Emblem 1, I think, ever came here was the Game Boy Advance version, and still some Fire Emblem games haven't even come to this day. Like I think some Super Famicom ones and other Famicom ones. I don't know anything about Fire Emblem. On May 20th, we got Rygar, and it's a cool action-adventure platformer game. And on July 15th, we got The Immortal. The Immortal by EA. Now, the NES version is not the best version, not at all. The Genesis version is the best one by far, because the NES version lacks the blood, and it's honestly It's okay. It's just it could be really dull at times. And actually, the Angry Video Game Nerd did that too. And recently, actually, not even like this hasn't even come yet until like a couple of days, but SCAT, Special Cybernetic Attack Team. SCAT also means animal feces, but from what I hear, it's pretty good. But now those are like all the NES games, and still upset about Earthbound Beginnings not coming. I understand why. It's because like music issues. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, Nintendo's like $1 billion company. They can deal with that. But now we're moving on to Super Nintendo, and on September 5th, when it launched, we got Brawl Brothers, Breath of Fire, Demon's Crest, F-Zero, Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics for some reason though, Joe and Mac 1, Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby's Dream Land 3, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Pilot Wings, Smash Tennis, I don't know about that one, Star Fox, Stunt Race FX, Super EDF, Earth Defense Force, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Super Metroid, Super Puyo Puyo 2, Super Soccer, and Super Tennis. Now this is an interesting lineup. I actually think this is a better lineup than when the NES launched. The NES launched one, because like Super Mario Brothers, Mario 3, The Legend of Zelda, and I think River City Ransom and Double Dragon. I don't even know if Double Dragon came yet. But those are like the only like great games out of the like 20 game lineup. But with here, there's tons of games here, and even some that weren't included on the SNES Classic. Like we got Pilot Wings, Stunt Race FX, we got Kirby's Dream Land 3, Demon's Crest. That's a really good game, and we have the famous Capcom RPG Breath of Fire. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Though I think the only ones that I really stuck with was just Mario World and Super Puyo Puyo 2, which I'll get back to that game in a bit. But then on December 12th, we got Breath of Fire 2, which has a really shoddy English translation. It's a Kirby Superstar, my favorite Kirby game. Star Fox 2, which was originally exclusive to the SNES Classic, and Super Punch-Out, a really good Punch-Out game. Not to the level of, maybe better than the arcade version. I really like the arcade version. I haven't played much of it. Actually, I played that on an arcade machine, the original arcade version. That was awesome. But the NES game is like one of my like top 20 favorite games of all time, probably. But yeah, after that, February 19th, we got Poppin' Twinbee, which I don't think came out here in North America. So yeah, it's a cool sequel to Twinbee on NES or Famicom, since Twinbee didn't originally come here. Well, it did. I think it was under a different name though. Anyways, on May 20th, we got Operation Logic Bomb, Panel de Pan, and Wild Guns, which I think Wild Guns, that's a rare game, so that's cool. On July 15th, we got Donkey Kong Country, because they kind of had to, and Natsume Championship Wrestling. Though, on that same update, this is the first time that the SNES got something that we didn't. Oh wait, no, never mind. Operation Logic Bomb, that never came to Japan, I think. And Natsume Championship Wrestling, that didn't come to Japan either. But on the July 15th update, there was one game that didn't come to the US, and that was actually Shin Megami Tensei. So that's neat. And then on September 3rd, 2020, because of the Super Mario Brothers 35th Anniversary Direct, we got Super Mario All-Stars, which is a really solid game. Amazing one. But also, on September 23rd, again, that hasn't come yet, we're getting Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, not Conquest, Conquest, Mario Super Picross for the Super Famicom, but that game's not coming in Japanese one for some reason, and the same thing with the Peacekeepers, though that, I don't think it ever released in Japan or something. And Japan actually has its own exclusive, which is Fire Emblem Mystery of the Emblem. And, yeah, that's pretty much all of the updates as far as I'm concerned. Now here's the thing. Penalty Pon and, Super Puyo Puyo 2, those two games, are the Super Famicom versions, which you can probably tell by the names, and it's kind of weird that they didn't, you know, like, use the original, like, North American and European likenesses that they originally had, because, with Super Puyo Puyo 2, that didn't come out as, you know, Puyo Puyo or Puyo Pop, in North America, because it did actually come to North America, but it was known as Kirby's Avalanche and had a Kirby theme, and I think Kirby talked in it, so that's neat. And with Penalty Pon, that also came here, but it wasn't like... It's weird how they localized it. Hold on. So when they brought Penalty Pon here, they brought it here as Tetris Attack on Super Nintendo, and this is probably one of my favorite puzzle games of all time. It's really good. I love Tetris Attack, but it really didn't use this game because, like, I'm not sure why. I guess maybe it's probably because of the Tetris branding, since Nintendo doesn't really own Tetris. Though they probably could have renamed it Puzzle League or something, because that's what the series is known as now here. And it's weird how they localize this game too, because it's not like a Tetris theme. It's not like Russia and stuff like that, like how it originally was marketed in like the 80s. No, it's actually like Yoshi themed for some reason. I don't know why, but hey, this game's got really good music because of it. But yeah, those were the NES and Super Nintendo updates, and yeah, I'm upset that Earthbound Beginnings and Earthbound haven't come yet, and that's because, like, I'm a Mother fan, and they just have like copyright issues with the music. Is all, and like they released it for the SNES. They released Earthbound on the SNES Classic, and they released both of them on the Wii U Virtual Console. In fact, you can still get them to this day on the Wii U Virtual Console, but they're not on the Nintendo Switch, which is a shame because those games were absolute masterpieces. Well, Earthbound Beginnings, not really subjectively. I still love it. It's like my third favorite game ever, Earthbound Beginnings, and Earthbound is my favorite. But yeah. And of course, there are other games that people want for the Super Nintendo. I can't really think of anything from the top of my head. I mean, we still, I guess maybe Donkey Kong Country 3, like that's probably the next update, I guess. But there's tons of Super Nintendo games that need to get represented via this thing. It's still NES games, because like we haven't gotten any of the Ninja Gaiden sequels, we haven't gotten Star Tropics 2, and that's unfortunate for both systems, that they're releasing like games that I've personally never heard of, but like there are a ton of games that I do know of, but they're just not releasing them. And I mean, hey, there's a billion-dollar company. They have to go through licensing agreements and all that. But I mean, hey, you got Stunt Race FX. That's cool. I just kind of want to play Tetris Attack now. See you guys in the Super Mario World review.